Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, was reading some of that wrestling news. And apparently Kenny Omega is blaming Jim Cornette for a fan incident that took place last week or whatever on Dynamite. The past show there, some fan jumps the guardrail. He gets punched by Jericho, shit like this there. And Kenny Omega blaming Jim Cornette for this. Here's the tweet. Is it finally time to assume some responsibility? Responsibility for what a fan does, which has nothing to do with him, but sure. And dial the online persona back a bit. Your low IQ man-children have evolved from parroting your comments to actually acting out in attempted violence. So basically, he's blaming this violence, this attempted fan attack or whatever, on Jim Cornette. So Cornette voices an opinion about the show. That the matches aren't good, stuff like this. Quite frankly, he's saying the truth about AEW. It is what it is. And now apparently he's guilty of fan violence or whatever. Makes no goddamn sense. Did Jim Cornette tell this person to go out and do this? No. Jim Cornette denounced this guy. Apparently the guy is a fan of Cornette or whatever. Both Brian Lass and Cornette both gave shit to this guy and blocked him before Kenny even came out with this tweet or whatever. You know what I mean? So Cornette did not send this guy to do this. He doesn't take any pride in this. He denounces this guy, blocks him, but he's getting blamed for it, which makes zero fucking sense. Like, you've heard of guilty by association. A friend of yours does something and people blame you, or they try to lump you in. This is even stretching it out even further. This is guilt because of what one of his fans is doing. In what world are people responsible for stuff that their fans are doing? You know what I mean? Like, let's say fucking Bruce Springsteen, the old rock star or whatever, one of his fans, Bruce Fan 101, he goes out and shoots people on behalf of Bruce Springsteen. Is that Springsteen's fault? Fuck no. You know, should Bruce Springsteen stop making music? Should he stop touring? Should he dial it back? You know, because one of his fans did something. Absolutely not there. This is just another pathetic attempt at stopping the criticism. You know what I mean? Because Jim Cornette is their most popular critic. And goddamn it, he just says the truth about him. Nails them perfectly. He calls out all the problems in the wrestling matches. He knows that shit. He's been in the business for 40 years. You know what I mean? He's very good at dissecting the in-ring problems, the botches, the fuck-ups, the booking problems. He's very good at this. Therefore, all of the fucking AEW fans hate him with a fucking passion. They treat him like he's the devil, you know what I mean? All kind of cheap attempts to defame him. He's a troll, he's this, he's lying, he's a persona. blah, 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 blah. He's trying to get a job, even though Tony Khan offered Jim Cornette a job and he turned them down. It's fucking delusional world there. Weird ass fucking group think or whatever they call it these days. Their Cornette wants a job. Yeah, he wants a job. It's all bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's sad and pathetic the way that these AEW fans operate there. And not just the fans, but the wrestlers themselves. Trying to vilify a man for fucking voicing a true opinion about a fucking shitty product, you know what I mean? And some people love AEW, that's fine if you love it. But just because some of us don't bow down to this fucking garbage, that don't mean that we're evil people. And it doesn't mean that Cornette is the fucking Satan Hitler of the wrestling community, simply because he's not following along and drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? I have more respect for people like that voicing a real opinion instead of a bunch of people copying Meltzer so they can make money off a bunch of fucking goofy AEW fans. You know what I mean? And it's so pathetic. In a cheap attempt to try to silence Cornette again, to try to blame him for the actions of fans now. Like, fans have been jumping the guardrails for years. The heels always take credit. Yeah, I'm such a good heel. The fans want to beat me up, blah, blah, blah. This has been going on for 100 years in wrestling there. But apparently in AEW now, it's blame Cornette for the actions of the fans. How fucking ridiculous is this? It's another cheap attempt at silencing their biggest critic. Why? Because he says the fucking truth about them. Jericho goes online, Jim will give you a job. Anything to try to fucking silence Cornette. You know what I mean? And it's sad. This company cannot accept any kind of criticism. Okay, they shut down fucking channels, all kind of fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to fucking make Cornette look like he's responsible for violence, like he's some kind of fucking guy that's trying to incite a riot or something, trying to paint him as an evil fucking guy that makes fans become violent. Is that how desperate Kenny Omega is? Like, I understand Cornette puts him in this place every week, you know, but if Omega didn't come out and claim to be the greatest wrestler of all time, if he didn't disrespect wrestling, if he wasn't killing wrestling the way that he does, you know, maybe he would get less criticism, you know what I mean? But, you know, Cornette simply criticizes a shitty product. He's not guilty of anything wrong. He's not doing anything wrong. He's not inciting violence, nothing like this. So it's pretty sick of Omega to try to fucking pin this on Cornette. It's pathetic and it's just wrong. It's straight up dishonest and wrong. You know what I mean? But in the world of AEW, it's okay to make up lies. Dave Meltzer wrote something, it's completely false. Just run with it. Just run with it. Other people in the community will agree with you, so it's fine. It's fine to make up lies like this. Cornette getting accused of something that's obviously not his fault. And throughout Omega's comments, yeah, King, you spitting facts. Like, these people are fucking mental. They're liars and they're fucking scumbag pieces of shit. If you're using these fucking propaganda methods to fuck with WWE's business. Try to shut down people who don't think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Then you're dishonest scum fucking weasel motherfuckers. And you are the bad people. You know what I mean? Y'all think WWE's bad, Jim Cornette is bad, but y'all are lying, fabricating shit. You know what I mean? Making up all kind of false propaganda against people. Newsflash, you are the bad people. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, which side is bullshitting here? Like, you know what I mean? Which side is making up all kind of psycho excuse and everything like this? Who was going out defaming public property in the subways, fucking with WWE's business, the NXT ads at the subways? Who was doing this? Should those actions be blamed on Kenny Omega? You know what I mean? These people live and die for him, it seems like. Maybe all of AEW fans' fucking sick behavior should be blamed on Omega, you know what I mean? But if anything, at least honesty and fucking reality is on the side of Cornette. Y'all are just a bunch of weird delusional fucks, and Kenny is the fucking king of weird delusional fucks, you know what I mean? Like, a bunch of fucking freaks, but I think it's sick and disgusting that they try to blame Cornette for this there. Just so they can try to silence the critics, dial back the persona, so what? He's gonna stop doing his show, stop making money, and start praising y'all? Is that what you think is gonna happen? Get a fucking grip. Your show sucks. Deal with it, fuck. Until next time, peace!